Hi everyone, welcome to Market Wrap, our weekly recap of what's driving the luxury watch business. So we're back in Philadelphia, was freezing my butt off in Connecticut last weekend, so now we're back in Philly. It's a little warmer, but God, I really need like 2 more weeks of summer. I'm just not ready for fall, but I think it's just about here. So that's gonna take us into the fourth quarter, a little before we're really ready for it. So this week, 3 watches we love, as we always do. Now the first one is one of the new introduction Rolexes. It's the surprise intro in my book, the 124-300 or the 41mm OP. The version we got is the blue dial. It's a beautiful bright blue. The case is a perfect size. They really knocked it out of the park with this piece. So happy to have one. Hopefully we'll see it up on the site in the next couple of days. The second piece we're going to talk about is a Vacheron, the Overseas. To me, one of the most underrated watches in the market. It's the 5500V, it's the current version, it's the blue dial chronograph, 42.5 millimeters, a steel chronograph from one of the top 3 makers in the world. I think it's an amazing value. And the last piece is kind of a surprise piece for me, and it's the Bulgari Octo Finissimo in titanium, gray dial. This piece just kind of set the world on fire about 2 or 3 years ago, was totally out of the box. It really is an amazing watch. If you have not tried it on, you have to see it in person. It's really just a great kind of combination dress sport watch that I think is going to put Bulgari back on the map. So now it's fall, we're rapidly heading into the fourth quarter, and the market seems much stronger to me than it's been over the last few years. Shortages of product. Where we used to have shortages in a particular model, now it's almost brand wide. Rolexes are in super short supply, Patek steel watches, super short supply. And what's happening is the global reach of the brands has expanded. We had production shutdowns for 2 or 3 months. And now the reach and the shortage of watches has spread. And we're seeing it while retail dried up, everything has moved to online. And we have seen great trading. COVID-19 has forced everybody to figure out online. And now the market is trying to figure out how to adjust to less product, less retail environment, and now this explosion of online traffic. So what's been going on? Well, obviously there's more engagement. Everybody's on their phones, everybody's on YouTube. We're seeing much more video content. And what I've seen is personal touch is coming to the internet. Where before the internet was a click and buy experience, now we watch videos, we see new product. The engagement that's back and forth coming through the internet is amazing. I think it's pushed online shopping forward 5 years overnight, and I don't think this genie's gonna come back in the bottle. So retail and the auction world, I think, are gonna see the most hit. It's very hard with an immediate gratification. We're used to shopping online and getting it tomorrow. I think it's going to be hard for these markets to wait 2 or 3 months. People expect to be able to get product immediately, and I think this is going to change. And now that more people have experienced online, have gotten more comfortable, you know, we buy our groceries online, we buy wine online, now people are buying watches online. And I don't think this is going to change anytime soon. So in specific, the market is definitely heated up. There's a lot of demand out there, but we have seen a little bit of softening as expected in the Rolex Hulks. They shot up from 12 or 13,000 to 20,000. Now they're starting to back down a little bit. This is exactly as we expected. I think they'll stabilize somewhere in that 15 to 18 range. Still lots of demand, but again, a little bit coming back on the pricing. Other sport models still showing great strength. We're also seeing a big change with the Swiss franc. So Patek Philippe specifically is having an increase October 1st. It's the first increase I've seen in pricing in a long time. It's fairly dramatic, average 8 to 10%, but they're also making a change in the way they've marketed their product. For years, as long as I can remember, yellow gold Patek Philippe's were always priced slightly below rose gold and white gold, maybe $1,000, $1,500. With this new increase October 1st, all the prices are going to be level. It'll be the same price, yellow, white, or rose. Now what that's going to do is the yellow gold pieces that exist today, instead of jumping 7 or 8%, are going to jump 15%. It's a big pricing move. It is definitely going to affect the secondary market. We're already seeing shortages of the lower end price Calatravas. You used to be able to get a Calatrava for 8 or 10 grand. Now those pieces are 10 to 15 and just continue to go up. Patek's producing less. prices on the new side are going up. That's going to continue for the foreseeable future. The last piece we're going to talk about is what we are looking to buy. Patek specifically, that 5196 Calatrava. It's a very classic piece. It's somehow become in short supply now. Few produced, a lot of demand, and a great price point, so we're always looking for those. The next piece is the Patek Philippe 5124, the Gondolo. Rectangular shaped watches were always a little hit or miss, but we're seeing much more demand, especially in the colored dials. That pink and blue dial on the 5124, super desirable right now. And the last place we're seeing a lot of activity is the old school Explorers, the 16570s, specifically the white dial. I have one of these watches myself. I've had it for years. It's a great entry-level Rolex sport watch, and it's something we're always actively sourcing. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next week.